Hello, everyone. Bear with me. I'm a little sick, but still wanted to make a quick little video. This is going to be episode 3 of the engine table build. The whole point of this video is understanding torque, understanding what motor you would need if you're looking at the specs. If you want to do something like this or just anything in general. And we're just going to basically understand how much torque our motor needs to spin our engine. First thing I'm gonna do, I'm just using this. I mean, if you have a bolt at the center, you can use a torque wrench, and basically figure out how much torque it takes to spin the engine. Luggage weight, like holder or whatever it is. So we're just gonna see how much torque it takes, or how much force it takes to turn this engine, turn that into our torque numbers, and figure out how much torque our motor needs to have. So that's just easy. We're just gonna pull completely parallel with the center here, or perpendicular. Physics tells us that the force, if I push down at an angle, some of that force gets turned into pointlessness just because, and I'd have to calculate angles and whatever. Just stay perpendicular to get your most accurate numbers. Getting a value of 4.3 kilograms. Let's try again. 4 kilograms.
I'm scaling it up to 5 just to be extra sure. 5 kilograms of force, which the actual tool calculates by what it assumes is gravity. So we're going to do the acceleration of gravity, 9.8 times 5. We're getting, so whatever your value is, multiply it by your kilograms. If you're doing it the way I am, you're going to get newtons of force. And then this is the diameter that I measured of the actual flywheel. The radius, always radius. And the torque that we need is simply all of this multiplied. Torque is Newton meters. I'm doing it all in Newton meters. You could do inch pounds. It all works out the same, I guess. So what I got here is 9.065 Newton meters. So we're looking for a motor in the description here to be, see, this one's not enough. But the other thing is, I'm going to put a gear on it anyways, right? So it's going to be, flywheel here, and then the motor is going to be attached like a starter almost, and it's going to be sitting right here. So there is still a diameter to that, which is going to increase the torque. So we could do that by, say we find this, we're going to use this motor. I was just looking for the cheapest one. So this motor has 0.42 Newton meters of force. 0.42 Newton meters equals, we're going to do D or R, so radius times our force, which is F, I guess. And our force needs to be 49 newtons. It needs to pull 5 kilograms worth of force, which is 49 newtons. So if we set this to 49, and we solve for R, we get, let's see here, 0.42 divided by 49, 0.0085 as a radius of the gear of this gear, which would be, multiply that by 1,000, 8.57. 8.57 millimeters, which is horrendously tiny, which means that this gear, this motor that we have right here, will indeed work for our application. If we use a big enough radius of a gear, which obviously we'll be needing a gear. Alone, if we put this motor on without a gear and we just somehow, I don't know, attached it to this guy, it wouldn't work because we need 9.065 Newton meters of torque to rotate the whole engine. So if we wanted to connect a motor straight onto the engine, so instead of a flywheel, the motor would be sitting right in the middle here where our actual crankshaft would be, then we would need exactly a 9.065 Newton meter. So that would be something like, let's see here, this is a torque at full speed, 20 Newton meters of torque. So this motor would work if we were to attach it straight onto the crankshaft, but we got a gear. We want to turn that gear. We're gonna do it our way. But yeah, so I'm gonna buy this, and that's it, guys. So that's how easy it is. Calculate everything. Quick little video. Hope you enjoyed. And we'll see you as I finally weld the base of this table, put the gear on, and make this engine spin on its own with some electricity.